Welcome everyone to my speech today. Thank you for taking the time to hear what I have to say. My name is Jason, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the cleft lip. The topic of this speech is what you don't know about a cleft lip. A cleft lip is a birth defect that begins in utero. As of right now, there is really no known cause as to what causes these birth defects. The goal of this speech today is to give you some information on a cleft lip and some of the medical issues that accompany cleft lips and cleft palates. Also, I want to talk about some of the medical procedures that it takes to repair a cleft lip and a cleft palate. Cleft lips, like I said, begin in utero, and they can vary in size, shape, and location. They also vary in severity. Cleft lips can be on either side of the lip or in the center of the lip, and the cleft lip can also extend up into the palate, which can create a much larger medical issue. According to WebMD, cleft lip with or without a cleft palate affects 1 in 700 babies annually, and is the 4th most common birth defect in the U.S. Clefts occur more often in children of Asian, Latin, or Native American descent. Compared with girls, twice as many boys have a cleft lip with and without a cleft palate. However, compared with boys, twice as many girls have a cleft palate without the cleft lip. And in many cases, a cleft palate will accompany a cleft lip. A cleft palate can be far more serious, and this can also require more extensive medical procedures to repair the cleft palate. And now that we understand a little bit more about what a cleft lip and a cleft palate is, I would like to look at some of the physical and emotional issues that children born with these birth defects face. Children that are born with a cleft lip can face a number of different physical and emotional issues. Initially, the problem of breastfeeding becomes a large problem because the child is not able to, with the cleft lip, the child is not able to create a suction, which makes breastfeeding sometimes very difficult and almost impossible, which can also lead to other medical issues. A cleft palate can create several medical issues as well. The palate is supposed to prevent food from entering up into the nose, and without that blockage there, it can often become difficult to breathe during the eating. One way to prevent liquid from passing into the nose is with a special nipple that they make for bottles that the baby can use while feeding. It helps to prevent the food from entering the palate. Breathing is also another issue that children face. It becomes very difficult with the cleft palate to breathe properly, and it can lead to ear, nose, and throat issues also, which some dental issues also accompany a cleft lip or palate. Dental issues such as cavities, malformed teeth, and the bone structure is not developing properly. Emotional issues can also accompany children with cleft lips and cleft palates. A lot of times they go through their childhood being ridiculed and made fun of and questioned as to what's wrong with their lip, how did that happen, and many different issues like that. And unfortunately for thousands of children, they're not able to have their cleft lips repaired. Okay, since we now understand a little bit more about the cleft lip and some of the medical issues that they face, we can now talk about ways to repair the cleft lip. Repairing a cleft lip is a very, very tough procedure. It takes a long time and a lot of surgeries. Some of the people that involved are plastic surgeons, pediatrics, orthodontists, pediatric dentists, and special speech language specialists. So in conclusion, I would like to show you guys a shot of my son, born with a cleft lip. This is when he was born, and this is him today. This issue has always been very important to me because my son was born with a cleft lip, and so I hope you guys were able to take something from this, and now you know a little bit more about a cleft lip. Thank you.